If you aren't grateful for the things that make you happy, you aren't living right. It's been about a year since I've moved to Wisconsin to start my dream job. And in the past year, I found myself complaining about, being lonely, how little there is happening in Madison, and how it's so hard to make friends now that I'm no longer a student. Growing up in Asia, in Singapore and Indonesia, I basically have no idea what Wisconsin is like. I don't know anyone who has lived in Wisconsin other than one friend who did his undergrad here. Even living in California, like when I ask people what they think about Wisconsin, they have no idea what's in Wisconsin. So it was like a big jump for me to move here. In most cases, no matter where we are or what we're doing, there's always something in life to be grateful for. And this is the second gratitude project that I've done, and for this second one, I'll be going to places in the city that have meant something to me in this past year, and I'll be taking a picture that represents each place and I'll be printing them out. So here's my gratitude project for Wisconsin, Madison. It made sense to start with the main reason I chose to come to Wisconsin, my workplace, the Center for Healthy Minds. And I didn't want to film too much of the office space for privacy reasons, but here's my desk, and here's the meditation room, and this is still super relevant because meditation is what we research here, and there's lots of filming that has been done here, like from news channels from around the country, around the world even. There's one news reporter team from Korea and Lithuania making documentaries and stuff like that. And I don't want to go too deep into my work experience because I want to make a separate video on that, but basically my work here is definitely the number one thing I'm most grateful for in Madison. Here's a commemorative photo for my workplace. So Lake Monona is next. For at least 2 or 3 days of the week, I try to walk to work. It only takes me about 20-25 minutes to get to work. And honestly, I absolutely love the walk. The houses by the shoreline, the lovely decks underwater, the wildlife and plants, it's such a stark contrast to what I'm used to. And unlike Berkeley, where seeing broken glass on the roadside or the sidewalk is just a common occurrence, I actually don't even think I've seen or heard of any signs of property destruction of any kind. And yeah, it's maybe not Singapore levels of like safety and cleanliness, but at the same time, it's one of the best I've seen in America, and it's definitely good enough for me. Since the lake is pretty massive, there's so many photos that I could take, and here's just several photos, and I'll just choose one to print out at the end. The next place is the gym, and honestly the gym hard carries. Like if I didn't have a gym in my apartment building, life here would be a lot worse. I have so much free time, and because my gym is like 20 meters from my apartment and it's on the same floor and not many people go to the gym and it's 24 hours, I spend so much of my time there. I think I've spent like on average 6-7 days a week since I've been here. But my physique is probably at its best now, and even though that's not saying much, I'm still very happy that I'm at the stage I'm at now. So I gained 10 kilos, or about 22 pounds in 1 year, and that probably could have been even more optimized if I ate properly from the start, but it's still really decent, I'd say. And I'm really grateful that I spent so much time doing something fruitful, and I'm really happy that I gained a lot of confidence in myself just from that time being in the gym. Building my discipline, building my belief in myself, that it was really valuable to spend those times in the gym and really have something come out of it. Something tangible and intangible as well. Yes, thank you to this gym, and thank you to Madison rent prices, which allowed me to rent out a place which had a really nice gym. So yeah. And the next thing on my list are tennis courts. Now, when I was in secondary school, I honestly really hated tennis because I was forced to train, 2 times a week, and I was scared of my coach. I just didn't like being scolded, and he was a little bit scary. So I just didn't want to go to training. But after taking like a 5-year break after secondary school, I got back into it during COVID, and it's just a really useful sport to play because you just need one other person and you need a court, some balls, and you're good to go. I also started to experience the psychological benefits that it provides, like when I play tennis as compared to when I don't. I go weeks on end without playing tennis, it's like mood's kind of meh. And I just play tennis once after like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I feel fantastic. I'm like, wow, why did I not do this like every week for the past like 5 years? I've met friends through tennis. I think tennis is the most regular social activity that I do, so very grateful for that. And also, it's free, especially when I play outdoors. It's not free when I play indoors, but also the fact that I can play indoors at the stadium for like $8 for an hour and 15 minutes, or like $10 for me. I think that's like a great deal. And finally, the last place that I'm grateful for is my room. And this is the first time while living alone where I've actually tried to make my room livable. Throughout my college years, like, nah, that's not a great place to live in. My first year, I lived with a roll-up mattress that my cousin just kind of left. She was moving out and she's like, oh, this is like a mattress topper that she didn't need, so she left it. And I'm like, okay, I'll just sleep on this. And then I just used like a desk that was passed on to me from my family members. I had random drawers and storage space that I just randomly put my shit in, and also passed down from like my brother. I was very stuck in like the non-materialist mindset because like I was still very into like, oh, I'm gonna become a monk after college, so I don't wanna invest too much in like all these material things. But this time is different. I gave up my dream to become like a temporary monk, and I just decided that I wanted to live life a little bit more normally. I wanted to recognize that I had these desires and I wanted to have these comforts. I actually splurged like on a queen mattress, and I actually bought like a bed frame. It's crazy. I never bought a bed frame in my life. And by splurge, I mean like $500-ish, and that's not even splurging, to be completely honest with you. I actually paid for like a first-hand desk and shelf that actually matches the floor. I even got this humidifier that lights up, and I have this lamp for vibes, for videos. You know, my books here, they actually have bookends, which also match the shelf and the floor and the table. And they're not stacked just on the floor, like under my bed or something, which is amazing. And I even have a meditation corner here. This is honestly my favorite room that I've ever lived in. So just before we part ways, I just wanted to say that as humans, we do have a negativity bias. We pay attention more to things that we've lost in the past or we don't have currently, instead of things that we actually do have in front of us. Because this mentality was helpful for us surviving in like the hunter-gatherer days. We don't need this mentality today. On the contrary, we need to spend more time shifting our attention towards some more positive things in life. Things that make us happy, things that give us meaning in life. The game of life today is no longer about hunting, gathering, worrying about what things we need for survival and making it through the next day. Because we have that chance. We have that chance to really think about what we want to spend our time doing and caring about. So let's play the game of life right. Let's be grateful for what we have. Hey all, thanks for watching the second iteration of my gratitude project series. I really wanted to start this because when I was in college, my professor Dr. Keltner, in his class Human Happiness, he always advocated for us to practice gratitude because it's such a useful tool to thwart things like hedonic adaptation, to really just help us become more fulfilled, happier beings in life. So I highly encourage you to just be grateful and, you know, just do a gratitude journal once in a while. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and just let me know your thoughts. And yeah, hope to see you on the next one.